One Chef. Today, I had strawberries. I thought, you know what? I gotta use them. So I'm bringing you strawberry bread. So good. I mean, this one, it's one of my middle child, Emily's favorites. She absolutely loves anything strawberry, as does my little Tinley. But I mean, who doesn't? Strawberries, come on. And now with summer coming up, you know, this one is a hit. If you do this one, hopefully you'll love it as much as my crew. So in the meantime, it has a glaze that goes on top. It's an additional, so if you want to use the glaze, go ahead with it. But if not, you know, it's an option. So if you want just the bread, this is a great bread. Don't add the glaze, you get it. And what's not better with a glaze or icing? I mean, it truly just makes it extra sweet, extra good. Okay, so first you're gonna wanna start to heat your oven. You need to preheat to 350 for this bread. So let's get it preheated to 350. All right, so let's get to prepping the bread. So what you'll need is 2 mixing bowls, one for your dry, one for your wet ingredient. We're making bread here, so make sure you have a good 2 bowls. Then the next thing you're gonna want for this strawberry bread is about a 2 cup of an all-purpose flour. I don't really use bread flour in this. I don't know, something about it, the all-purpose. It's a little lighter for this bread, not so heavy. And then I think it tastes better. I've tried it both ways. And then you're gonna go on and you're gonna need a good vanilla. You want a good quality vanilla if you have one. Because with this is what I do. I go about a 1.5 teaspoon on the mix because, you know, original recipe I had called for about a teaspoon. So what's not better with a little extra vanilla, especially if you're leaving the glaze off. Then the glaze itself will call for some vanilla, so I'll get to that in just a minute. So again, 1.5 teaspoon of a good vanilla and 1 egg. And then you're gonna go on and you're gonna need this right here, we'll get to this. You want to spray your pan. You're gonna need a good bread loaf pan. You know, some whisks, some things to stir. If not, you know, use your KitchenAid. The only thing with like either a mixer of some sort, you just don't want to over blend your berries. So those you just sort of add at the end because you don't want them mushy in this bread. Because again, we'll get, you know, that right here, hello, 2.5 cups of a diced strawberry. So that's what makes this baby so wonderful, you guys. So, and then you're gonna go on and you're gonna need a good 2 teaspoons of a baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and this is 3/4 cup of sugar. So it's a granulated sugar for the bread, 1/2 cup of a milk, whole milk, 1/2 cup of a vegetable oil. And then I do believe I said the one egg. And then that's what's for this bread. The 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla again. And then 2 tablespoons added of flour that we're gonna add to this. That's going to coat your strawberries before, you know, we put with the bread to mix it in. So basically it spreads them out is what it does in a bread. And this bread is good if you wanted to do a cherry bread. So like if you didn't like strawberry and you want cherry, that would be wonderful in this. Okay, so that again was the bread. So now, you know, I'm gonna go over the glaze. That's an additional. If you wanna do it, you can. If you don't, leave it out. You know, it's up to y'all. It's good, it kicks it up. Another thing is you can reserve it and you can add it. All right, so again, you can reserve the glaze if you like and not, you know, if you wanna add it. If you don't, add it per slice. If you have those, like I have a picky one, Tinley, she doesn't want the glaze. So I just do it without the glaze for her. So then, okay, so we're gonna get started on what you'll need for the glaze. You'll need a good 2 cups of a powdered sugar, and that's powdered, not granulated. 2 tablespoons of an unsalted butter. And then you're gonna reserve, like I said, going back to the strawberries, this was 2.5 cups. So you reserve about a good 1/2 cup to a 1/3 cup, depending upon, you know, what you'll want for the strawberries. And so again, you know, about a 1/2 cup reserved out of this 2.5 cup of strawberries. Because the recipe, you really only need 2 cups strawberry for the bread. That helps bind it, that helps moisten it and keeps it together. So no more than 2 cups for the bread. And then you will need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So again, some more vanilla. And then a 1 to 2 tablespoon ratio of heavy whipping cream. So, you know, a good whipping cream, whatever whipping cream, just a whipping cream you will need. Another that you could use is whole milk, but I like the taste of the whipping cream, something about it. You know, you're making glaze, you're making something rich. So what's not great with with cream. So cream it is. So again, so 1 to 2 tablespoons of that good stuff. So we're gonna go on and we're gonna get started. So you'll need, like again, the 2 mixing bowls, 1 for dry, 1 for wet. So we're gonna go on and we're gonna add the 2-cup flour to, we're getting ready to prep that dry ingredients. So 2-cup flour. I'll have this recipe posted on my page and I'll put it out and on my channel. So stay tuned because I always like to do that. So you know what you need if you go to the market or whatever else. So again, 2-cup all-purpose flour in the bowl. Then we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to that. And then you're going to go on and need about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So we have all the dry ingredients together. So another thing with this bread, just to let y'all know, I've done it both ways. I've done it this way and then again with the 2 teaspoons again of baking powder. If you want your bread to rise a little bit more, do a teaspoon of the baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of soda, and that'll give you a larger rise. But as far as this, it works fine. My family loves it. It's a moist, it's almost dessert-like. You can have it for breakfast. It's one of those, it's really good, guys. So again, I've tried it both ways, and I'm sticking with the 2 teaspoons of a baking powder. So we're gonna go on and we're gonna prep the wet. So for the wet, we have 3/4 cup of a sugar, a 1/2 cup of a good vegetable oil, then a 1/2 cup of a whole milk, and then 1 egg. I'm gonna go on and crack it. Okay, so we're gonna go on and we're just gonna give the dry ingredients a good one over. Go to the wet. You're gonna wanna just make sure this egg and all this goodness gets, mixed together. Keep it separated. It's a good process. Get the sugar going. Again, if y'all have a blender, use that. If you have a handheld, use that. I mean, I do, but I didn't want all that noise going on, and I figured, I could just do this while talking to y'all, and, hello, it's bread. And this one you don't, of course, have to let rise. Now what I'm going to do is slowly start adding the dry to the wet. Get that all mixed in. Slowly again. So get this going. So that's the dry with the wet. Hope everybody's okay. I hope everybody's doing all right. This has been a mess, with the quarantine. That's why I started to do these shows. And so I'll be bringing y'all more. I hope this is something that really evolves. I love to cook. And I hope it's helping y'all in your kitchens. So, okay, so continue with that, second amount there. I'm just gonna go on and empty that out. All right, so here we go. This is the bread. So now we're gonna go on and add 2 tablespoons of flour to the diced strawberries. This was 2 cups strawberry. So we're gonna go on and just mix this up. Don't mush them. You want them to be still in that diced consistency. But this is basically what this is gonna do. Just by adding this flour to these strawberries. Again, it's gonna help them separate during the baking process. Okay. So, and again, we also reserved a good 1/4 to 1/2 cup, 1/3 cup, you decide, but a good 2 cup again go in your bread. I had 2 1/2 cup again. So 2 cup in the bread, the remainder reserved for the glaze. Okay, so we have it all mixed, wet and dry. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go on and fold in that 2 cup of strawberry. So that's 2 cup of strawberries. Make sure every little strawberry gets up in there. All right, and again, like I told y'all, gently fold because you don't wanna, mush them up. That'd be nasty. Plus it just, it just make it pink, and I like to see these big bits of strawberries in the bread. Feel like strawberry shortcake in my kitchen. All right, so this is all mixed up. It smells so good. All right, so next, what we're gonna do, go on and grease a good, 9x5 baking loaf or whatever you have for bread, good sized bread loaf. You wanna go on and give it a good, nicely light glaze. So get in there. Look at that. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Give me some. That stuff is good, you guys. Oh my goodness. And so we're gonna get it, and we're gonna get it all up in this lovely baking loaf dish. So here we go. Plop. It's going in there, the bread. Again, great dessert, great, breakfast. If you want, like, you wanted a Danish and you just couldn't, with all this going on. I don't know if y'all have your restaurants open. They're starting to reopen. But this one's good, guys. So I'll make sure I get every bit of that. So we got the bread in the loaf pan. It's going in the oven, 350, 50 to 55 minutes. Another thing this could do, you can make, if you don't want the bread, is you can do muffins. Strawberry muffins, y'all. 350, 20 to 25 minutes. Make us a good 12, good dozen muffins. So in the oven, here we go. While your bread is in the oven, baking again, you can start your glaze. That is if you want the glaze. So we're gonna go on and get started. Again, 2 cups of a powdered sugar will go into the bowl. Then you're gonna go on and you're gonna add a good 2 tablespoons of an unsalted butter. I've had this going about room temperature, so it's good and soft. 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. You'll need 2 tablespoons of a heavy cream. You can also use whole milk. We're making, like I stated, a glaze. So, why not heavy cream? I mean, it's gonna be rich. So, and then some more of that vanilla. So about a half teaspoon of vanilla. So then we're gonna go on and fold, mix this together right now. And then we're gonna fold in those strawberries gently. Okay. So we're gonna go on and we're gonna just, mix this up, get all this good stuff mixed in. Okay, so we're gonna go on and we're gonna add, again, that other remainder half cup of strawberry there. Get all this mixed in. Strawberries are juicy enough, they add that wetness to this glaze. So that's some good glaze, you guys. Smells really good. Again, this is an option. You don't have to do it. I have some that love it and some that, they want it off. So they just want the bread. Make sure that powdered sugar gets nice and blended in. I wouldn't use like a mixer though, like, handheld for this, given just the strawberries, because you want to keep them whole and plump. You want them real pretty. Look at that, beautiful. If you could smell the strawberry goodness, and what's not better than, powdered sugar, anything, butter, cream. There you go, that's your glaze. So the bread is done. So we're gonna go and we're gonna pull it out of the oven. So here we go. Oh y'all, if y'all could smell this, I mean, as soon as I open the oven, it's like the aroma of the strawberries. Oh goodness, so good. So how you're gonna tell if this bread is done, you're gonna take a toothpick, you're going to insert it into the bread, and it should come out clean. So that's how you know if the bread is done. All right, so we're gonna let this cool for a good 10 minutes, and then, you can flip it, and we'll slice and get it on a plate. So the bread's been cooling for about good 10 to 15 minutes. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna reserve a rack over if you have one. If not, just, some kind of like a butcher block surface, something that you can put this on to flip this pan. So we're gonna go on and we're gonna flip it and then let it sit. Okay. So we're gonna go on and pull it off. Y'all, strawberry bread. See all those hunks of strawberry? That's what you're looking for. Okay, so I went ahead and I flipped the bread over. There it is, y'all. Get in there. Oh, if I had smell-o-vision. So I'm going to go on and I'm going to slice this lovely bread and get it served up. So again, look at that. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to get it all together. Perfect slice of strawberry bread, y'all. So again, you can do the glaze if you want. Here it is. I'm going to go on and just put a little of that stuff over it. Another thing is, if you don't. Don't do the glaze. But the glaze is good. It's extra. It's a sweet. I kid you not. It's sweet. But another thing is, if you want to glaze the whole bread loaf, glaze the whole bread loaf. This is your bread, y'all. I'm bringing y'all this in the One Blonde Chef kitchen to you. I hope y'all enjoy this one. Stay tuned. Plenty more coming. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all that great stuff. Y'all have a great day. God bless.